Aries first, and that's the first sign. Please start us up.
Sure. So Aries, look, I think as we start the year, Jupiter is in your sign. There's a real sense of hope and optimism and possibility that you're going to be moving towards. I would really watch what happens in March. March is a massive month for Aries out there. We have the most romantic day of the year happening in the beginning of March, but it is going to be the most romantic day of the decade for Aries out there. But we're also going to have Jupiter meeting Chiron, a profoundly vulnerable and healing moment for Aries. Once we get past May, the energy that starts to kick in is about figuring out what's worth doing for money and what isn't, and how you're going to implement that, how you're going to move yourself towards greater prosperity, how you are going to define prosperity, because that is deeply personal as well. For example, for me, prosperity without freedom just doesn't mean anything. Like, a big part of my prosperity is agency and my ability to live my life on my own terms. So what is that for you? It's going to be uniquely your own understanding, but you're going to find that definition and do what you need to do to align with it in a way that does move you towards greater abundance.
I understand that. I have the Emperor card. By the way, I did not pull it out. It just so happened to be the card that was there, first one. And that is all about leadership, personal leadership, authority, correct leadership, the kind of leadership that you want to follow. Some even with good boundaries and with good direction and good guidance. And I think that's going to be the key theme for the Aries this year. I think they want to be, like you say, their own agency. And many of them may be right hands as opposed to the lead hand. And maybe they're not comfortable in those positions. They've allowed it, they've, done it, but I don't think that's what they want. I think they have their own magic, their own skills, their own interest in what they want to do. And I think many of them they're going to tweak it so that they get pushed up the ladder, or they're going to go somewhere else and create something on their own. And it isn't really for money, but money has to do with it. But that isn't really why. I think it's because they really just don't want to have to keep on following. I think that's a good thing. So many of them will leave positions they've been in for some time in search of, individuality and creativity and ability to make their own rules, and it might be spurred on by not feeling like they were appreciated. Although they're a strong sign, show them lack of appreciation and you'll hurt their feelings. Motivate them to do more of what they want to do for themselves. And they have also a very good kick-ass kind of way. So these are the kind of people I'd want beside me if I was walking down the street on a revolution and making a point to a government. I would definitely want Aries with me, because they are strong-minded, strong bodies, beautiful, and very striking and stunning. And I think a lot of people will listen to them if we put them in the right position. If they have been in unsatisfying relationships, this is going to be when they take leadership back and move forward and feel more empowered. And some of them, but only a small number, but I do see some, may even return to old relationships. So if they left husbands, if they left wives back in the day, they've aged, they've learned, they're fine wine now, and now they realize what they shoulda, coulda, woulda, and they may very well step back into relationships with either the people that they left or someone very similar to the people that they left, in order to probably rectify it on a karmic level. So I'm looking forward to seeing the changes that our Aries people will make, because they deserve it. I love Aries. My mom was an Aries.
I love Aries too. And it's amazing you say that, because this year we do have a Venus retrograde season. It's going to be with us. We're going to feel the larger season between June and October, although the actual retrograde happens from the 23rd of July right into the first days of September. And it's happening in that heart dating oriented part of the sky for Aries. So
Right.
it's fascinating that you picked up on that as well. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I love
Yeah,
how tarot and astrology
it
actually
all comes together.
together.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to add for our beautiful Aries people?
For Aries souls, well, look, I just think that where I love so much of what you said. It matches up with the astrology, that sense of power and understanding a higher direction, feeling like larger lessons really feel like they come together. They find their solutions with Pluto stepping out of the career oriented part of the sky. So yeah, I resonated with a lot of what you shared.
Yeah, good. All right.